watched it. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Is it opening at the end?
Yeah, it's incredibly exciting.
Turn everything on, yeah.
It's a dancing stop sofa.
Yeah.
Welcome to the
Right, exactly. Yeah? Thank you. All right.
A couple of guys with that.
I'm the chair of the New York Tech Meetup, and I thank you for coming out and supporting us today. This afternoon, New York Tech Growth has an unprecedented attack on the future of our industry and to demonstrate and defend our local televisions don't look in a waiter. But in regards to PIPA and SOPA, their ignorance is no joke. In an effort to combat piracy, which we all would like to minimize, if not outright eliminate, Congress, at the behest of Blair, they will irrevocably damage the architecture of the internet so as to embolden censorship around the world. The internet and related connection technologies have created a renaissance in startup innovation in New York that now rivals Silicon Valley. as a hub for economic growth. Tens of thousands of New Yorkers have been inspired to become entrepreneurs, creating thousands and thousands of new jobs and offering professionals in many of New York's traditional industries the opportunity to start new careers participating in a 21st century global economy. More importantly, the open web has fostered a new era of reform around the world, allowing citizens using the technology to challenge repressive regimes that demand accountability in their political systems. To be absolutely clear, we oppose any piracy of any and all copyrighted material. However, because of the poor way the language of this legislation is written, there is a very real possibility that PIPA and SOPA laws would vastly discourage open innovation, investment, entrepreneurship, and most importantly, free speech. This is a classic case of our 20th century government clashing with the realities of our 21st century connected global humanity and global economy. If you agree with our efforts to bring our voices to fight to make sure Congress doesn't act in a unilateral and uninformed way, we urge you to call and tweet to Senators Chuck Schumer and Kirsten Gillibrand and tell them not to tamper with the internet. And thanks to Mobile Commons, just text PIPA to 877-877 and we'll connect you to them directly. Instead of sponsoring PIPA, Senators Schumer and Gillibrand should be defending the future of New York, free speech, and the open web. Copyright-holding organizations proposing these bills have been gaming the system for decades, lining the pockets of politicians with money and using their power and influence as a currency to monopolize their markets. The internet.
And I believe that all of us, all of you standing out there, how many entrepreneurs and folks do I have that work at startups? Raise your hand.
So I'm here to we think of our users. On the internet, we create services with users. A lot of the services that we invest in don't really build anything. They create an environment that empowers users to create things. The entertainment industry doesn't think of users that way. They think of users as either customers or crooks. We can't imagine building the entertainment industry with these bills that ask Congress to place a burden on the internet industry to be responsible for containing and controlling users on their behalf.
But it's a huge turnout.
Do that,
I have to go back to work.
Okay. Our relationship with our users and fundamentally break the promise that we made to those users. So we need to stop these bills.
What does democracy look like? One of the most important networks of the 21st century is MoveOn.org, and here to speak to us is the chairman of MoveOn, Eli Pariser.
Hi everybody, how's everybody doing? Yeah! Alright, well, I'm the chairman of MoveOn, but, you know, from a political perspective, what's interesting about this bill is that outside of Washington, you have groups like MoveOn, all the way over to groups like Red State. The whole political spectrum agrees this is a bad idea. The only people who think this is a good idea are the legacy media, these crumbling old empires of media who wish we could go back to VHS tapes and CDs, that hate this whole idea of the internet, and our Congress people. We need to change that right now. Who's with me?
Basically said no.
Our startup could be mortally imperiled with SOPA and PIPA. It's that serious. And that means we don't get to hire people. We don't get to do new things. We don't get to be part of this growing New York tech community. It means that we don't get to, build be part of building the future. And I really think that's what this is about. It's a battle between the old media that have a lot of lobbyists and that want to kind of keep their control over the internet, and the future of technology, the future of media that we're all here today helping to build, helping to protect, helping to create. That's what the New York Tech Meetup is about. That's what this protest is about. And because we don't have, I feel like this is what democracy looks like, is kind of, it's just part of the slogan. Let's try something else, all right? So ready? SOPA. Please stop this bill today.